So timer's up. We stop the heat. So let it cool
He
for a
just,
little bit.
yeah, he keeps the lid on for a few more minutes while it's kind of, pressure's coming down. It's warm outside, so hopefully it's not too much of a shock when
Yeah,
you
I'm a
take
rebel
it
like
out,
this.
so.
I always took mine out as soon as it was.
Yeah.
Put it on a towel and I'm like, I'm done.
He's very proud of keeping the headspace. He doesn't want it to siphon, so.
Have you ever had cans explode on you?
I haven't. I've had the jars break though from like putting them in like hot water and they weren't warm enough. They were like too cold. And that's probably when I was just getting started canning, and you know, you learn by doing, so don't make that mistake again. Nothing's more like sad than you're so excited to pull these out and then there's broken glass floating around in your pot when you're done, so.
Or if it's like
It's
an
a
older
mess.
jar, I've had it where you just didn't see the fissure in the glass that
Yep.
breaks in your can and
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah, it could be a defect in the glass too that caused it, so.
yeah.
I try to like mark them with an X with like a Sharpie on the bottom if they are, because I'll still use them to like store things in the pantry, but I'm just not gonna can with them, so.
Do you ever like, I'm just so sick of canning that you just freeze your jars? Freeze your,
So-
like I literally have a deep freeze full of jars
Yeah.
because I don't feel like doing this all the time, so I just freeze like my
You can
bone broth,
totally-
my like.
So I used to freeze most of my broth, but I'm just not a good planner. That's why it's best that I can this stuff and it's all ready to go whenever I need it. So I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna make this soup tonight. Oh, it calls for like a quart of chicken broth. It's froze. And now I'm sitting here putting it under hot water in the
Yep.
sink, and I'm like, you know, I don't have the patience for the frozen stuff, so I've canned most of it. But you gotta watch out, you don't overfill them either,
Yeah.
or else they can crack your jars in the freezer that way. But as long as you don't overfill them, you can freeze anything that you don't get to
Yep.
as well.
That's
in the
my
jars.
go-to.
Yeah.
Another freezer?
What we had a freezer in the house, but I'm talking our deep freeze.
Oh, you have a deep freezer?
Yeah, and then we also have another freezer that's just in the garage.
Oh, okay.
We've got
So I
plenty
was
of
saying, I
freezers.
wouldn't have enough. I mean, I do. I freeze like some soups and broths, but I run out of space, so it's limited.
Just
When
find
you-
yourself a canning buddy and see the kind of free time you've got while you're waiting on stuff, and you can just do all your dishes, all sorts of other stuff, you know, while you're waiting around. So
And
it's not too bad.
It definitely seems intimidating at first, but like I just follow the instructions every single time if I forget something, and it's fine. Like
Yeah.
it's just those books, like the one that came with our canner, has very good instructions. So
Yep.
it's fine.
Yep.
What's that book called one more time?
The ball blue book. You can just take a picture of it and then.
Okay. Add it to my Goodreads list. Oh, and when you say finger tight, I don't really know what you mean by that.
So what they mean by that is, like, usually you're going to, like, here's your jar. Most people hold it and twist it on.
Yeah.
One hand. When I twist it with just my fingers,
Okay.
when that jar starts to spin, I'm done. Like, don't tighten it past there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. Which is like, seems so wrong because you're like, oh, it can't be tight enough. It's definitely going to come off, but it works every time. And actually, when I've canned sauerkraut, well, that's when I've had the most trouble because I feel like I need to can those. I want to put those on tighter because I stuff those jars like so full. My neighbor lady always says, you put a quart in a pint. You know, stuff so much kraut in there.
Sometimes the lid will buckle. Be tight. The lid.
Yeah, you're right. And there's a lot of them are still sealed though, good. Like I was kind of going through our excess to what to bring, and some of those sauerkraut jars were buckled. But again, they were like the cheaper lids too. So I don't know if that's what it was. It's all like one little science experiment, I think. So
What do you mean by buckling?
like you'll see little like instead of the lid's nice and flat and flush on top of the jar, it has like a buckle in it. It almost like bends up, and it'll have a little line in it.
Gotcha.
So
So does that mean it's not good then, or it's still good?
it's up to you. Your kitchen. If it's still sealed though, like I can lift just the lid and the jar comes up with it, and it's not coming off. I mean, it's technically sealed. So, but I've kind of stuck with that rule, and I don't have anything that the jar did buckle that went bad that I can think of off the top of my head. So.
Do you ever use for dry goods? I see where a lady online just has, it's like one of those where you press a button, like it goes on top of the can when you press a button. Do you use one of those ever?
I've used it a handful of times. Like I got it and I just haven't used it as much as I thought I would. Like I bought some like bulk spices and stuff, so I put them in like, if they didn't fit in my spice jar, I put them in a pint jar, and then I used that.
Okay.
And it's supposed to get to like 100%. Like it's got a little digital dial on it, and I never have. But the lid's sealed; it doesn't come off, and I'm like, you know, it's dried basil. What have I got to lose?
Yeah.
I really doubt it's gonna spoil on me. It's still got to be better than what it is in a plastic baggie
Yeah.
that's not sealed anymore. So
I bought one too, and it's fine. Dried beans.
I've
and
had a
stuff
lot
like
of
that,
people
like-
buy or like think about buying them, and they're like, "Can I just can with this?" I'm like, "No,
No, no.
totally different type of canning."
Yeah.
So yeah,
Just dry goods for that.
just
right?
dry,
Yeah.
just dry goods.
I've had a few pop off, but I'm like, it's dried beans. I don't
Yeah,
think it's
Yeah, like
better, like you said, than
Yeah.
being in the bag. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
because your bag could have a little microscopic hole in it. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
is that still sanitized and sterile? I don't know.
Yeah, we thought about getting one too, but then I'm like, realistically, what's the difference between me doing this versus just putting a lid on? I mean, like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't even know if
It's
worth
true.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth it either. But
it.
yeah.
Because I would have just gotten it for like beans and spices, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't.
I don't know how
I don't know if
I don't know how I could test my, like, let's say I did like bulk macaroni noodles. I don't know how I can tell that just a lid on top of it versus I vacuum sealed it. How do I know which one's fresher?
Yeah.
Like, they're probably both going to be fine. Maybe the taste would be off if they're like 5 years old. I don't know. I got 5 kids, so nothing ever gets that old at our house. So unless it gets like pushed way back and forgotten about. So. Oh, okay. He's got the lid off. Just lift her out. And sometimes by this point, they've already sealed themselves. But how you know is the lid kind of domes up before it seals, and when it's got that vacuum as it starts to cool, it kind of concaves the opposite way. And with these superb lids, when they seal, they pop a lot louder than your other brands.
So you let them cool right there like that?
Well, we'll take.
Yeah, you can, or take them out, and I don't know, we just set them on a towel or something so they're not burning whatever surface.
Is this superb? Is that what you said is yours?
Is what?
This superb? Is that what you said you can get from Sears? Is that the only brand on there?
You know, I don't think there was another brand when I was searching it, but I have to check again. I just know they're known for selling in bulk, so as many as I do, that's what I need. So.
Now, why are some of them only half full?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Like
The
3 of
sweet
them?
pickles.
Like the pickles, yeah.
Oh, so they just cook down.
Oh,
Like, you know, you had fresh fruit on there when they've just kind of cooked down a little bit. Again, these are not going to be like super crunchy pickles probably compared to if I'd open kettle canned them, but yeah. They look pretty good. They're still bubbling and stuff though, but maybe they'll start popping and we'll hear them seal.
I think Superb's website also has like a finder, like where you can find them in stores. And I thought they were getting close to around here, or I might have even seen them in a store. I can't remember, but it would be probably worth checking if you like needed it instantly versus waiting.
Have we found them around here or not? We just found them. We went to Holmes County like a month ago and there was one. That's the best sound ever. Like, that's the sound of satisfaction right there. So, yeah.
I guess I've just always used ball.
Yeah,
I know.
Like
Same here.
it's just in the last few years, multiple people like have said, like my aunts and uncles have like a peach orchard, an apple orchard, and they're just like, these lids are all junk. Like, never had this many seals. Yeah, and at that food summit, a lot of people were saying the same thing. So that's kind of how this whole brand came about. They're like, well, we're just gonna make our own because most of them are made in China. So
They don't want us to preserve any food.
what was that 4 or 5 pots? And they all sealed.
4. One more yet.
The anticipation.
just junk. Like,
Yeah.
when it was like, it's almost like they were thicker and it was really hard for them to pop. Like, when they pop, it would be really loud, but a lot of them wouldn't pop. So I was like, okay, that
All
might.
right, got one more.
Who knows? That it can take, I don't know, what do they say, up to 24 hours. And I'm like, I don't know, if it hasn't popped within a few, I'm like, it's probably a fail. And if at that point, if it's cooled off, just stick it in the fridge. It's still not like your fruit is wasted. So of course, you went to a potluck and it sat out for a few hours, you know. It has a lid on it. So which one did it pop? So I can tell you right now which one. Yeah. Do you see how that one's domed up versus these look like they're sucked in?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then when they cool down, you can just tap them. They'll have a higher pitch, like like
look on
tap
either, like,
when you
either
tap the
concave
down.
doors,
That
if
pop.
they're not
That
sealed,
pop, yeah,
it'll
this one's
have
still
like a dull
concave
sound
up.
to it. So, if you're really not sure, you take the ring off and can I pick it up by the lid or not? If I can't, it's not sealed. So
I'm also scared to do that though, that you find the one that's not and it just.
yeah,
Just-
don't lift it
Well,
up
it
really
might just
high,
kind of
so.
come up a little bit and then
Yeah.
fall off.
I think that jar knows we're watching.
Everyone's got that one kid, right?
It's the fifth child.
Questions? What are you guys gonna come home and can today?
I'm waiting to do tomato sauce. But we did a lot of extra tomato plants this year, and I did this for the first time last year. Where we just put them all in the freezer, and then in like fall.
And when you take them out, the peels just come right off as they
And
thaw
all
out.
the
It's so much
liquid.
easier.
Yeah. So, and last year I thought we had a ton of tomatoes, and we only got like 4 jars. So, we did a lot more tomato plants this year. So,
Yeah.
hoping to get a lot. But that's about the only thing I've done. So.
Yeah.
We just
Peach
did spaghetti
season, so a lot
sauce.
of people have been doing peaches. So.
I don't know what to use them for. Just like, I
Dad
guess
just
just
pulled-
pie. I don't know. I don't.
Dad just pulled them out this morning and I tried it. It was really good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I would have
Those
never.
were pears.
Still.
But yeah, like my mom was
Yeah.
canning peaches. She'd just get
Just
them out and
ate- just ate them plain
yeah.
like that.
Another thing that's really easy to can if you don't have a garden and stuff, like around like Thanksgiving.
There's
There we
number
go.
5.
Thanksgiving, Christmas time, cranberries are always in the store. Cranberry juice is super easy to can. Throw like a cup of berries in your clean berries in the jar, which I don't know. The recipe probably calls for like a cup of sugar. I only do like a third of cup because I don't want it super sweet. And my kids, I don't let them have water and milk because they have no self-control with juice. So that's the only juice they really know is my home canned stuff. So they don't know if it's super sweet or not, I guess. But that's super easy, and that's just a water bath can too. I'd have to look up the time, but that's something really cheap and really easy
That's
and
good.
quick to make, I think.
My
Cranberry juice. You can do the same thing with grapes.
And then you have to pull out like maybe grapes.
Oh yeah, just like stupid.
So you don't cook it all down first and then make your juice? You just stick it right in there?
That's why I'm confused.
Then it's like a really concentrated juice. When I've tried to do that, usually I've only done that if I'm making jelly from that,
How long do you usually have to let it sit for it to?
like 6 weeks or so. It's an easy.
Literally just cranberries and water and some sugar. We're about to save so much money.
I know. I know. And they're always
We need that again.
we are gonna save so much
There's
money.
always so many fresh cranberries, so.
Do you usually buy cranberry juice?
Julian goes through a lot of cranberry juice.
Oh really? I was like, I don't think I've
He likes
ever bought
juice.
juice.
And
There you go.
that's
Thank
what I
goodness
take
for all those
control-
jars.